Hey everyone, welcome to 2 Minutes of Advice. It's our tradition at SunWest at the beginning of every new year we make our predictions for the headlines. This year for 2022, back in January, we predicted that these three headlines would dominate. First, COVID. Second, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. And third, the midterm elections. And I think in great part we weren't wrong. Those things definitely dominated the headlines throughout the year. But what we thought we would do today as we come up to the end of 2022 and celebrate the holidays is recap what some of the biggest headlines of the year actually were and the lessons that perhaps we as communicators, reputation builders can take out of them. First, who could deny that this guy has dominated the headlines? That's right, Elon Musk. Who would have thought a year ago that he would have bought Twitter, but also who would have thought that it would have been the roller coaster ride that it's been? I think the lesson for all of us in brand protection is that transparency is key. If you want to protect your employees, if you want to protect your stock valuation, if you want to protect your reputation, even if it's pseudo-transparency, meaning that you're not necessarily an open book, but you make people and your stakeholders feel like you're being open, that's really important. Now, of course, not all of us are multi-billionaires, and perhaps Elon Musk doesn't care, and this is part of his master plan. But for most of us, transparency is going to be important. Number two, remember this from the Academy Awards? The slap. I think many would argue that Will Smith's reputation still hasn't recovered, but the real example from a reputation perspective here is the Academy Awards. The Academy, remember, didn't come out for about a week to say anything about what happened on stage during the performance, and they certainly didn't apologize soon enough in the way that they should have, or hold everyone accountable in a consistent manner. So the lesson there is get out in front of the story. If something bad happens, react as soon as possible. Be ready before the crisis occurs, and when you need to, for goodness sake, apologize. Third headline of 2022 in our estimation, the midterm elections. Of course, in a midterm and off-season election, it has been the tradition over the last number of years that the party out of the White House takes control of Congress. Not the case here. Democrats are going to retain control of the Senate, 51-49, and the Republicans narrowly took the majority in the House of Representatives. Now, politicians aside, for most of us, the lesson here is that you're only as good as your last at bat. We must constantly be putting goodwill in the bank of public trust, reputational trust, in order to make sure that our reputations are intact, because you can't count on your laurels or the past to predict the future. So brands absolutely must be talking about the way they're treating their employees, making society a better place, and giving back philanthropically. So it's been a great 2022, certainly entertaining, and on behalf of our family at SunWest, we wish you and your family a very happy holiday, and we can't wait to give you our 2023 predictions here just a month away. Have a great day.